Interesting.
The staff here at GP Orlando has set up an area, but so that the spectators can have a good view. I think here at GG's Live, you're going to have the best seat in the house for the top 8.
So welcome to the top 8 of GP Orlando 2012. Rich Hagan and Sheldon Menery here on GG's Live and MagicTheGathering.com. We welcome you to the top 8, the second Grand Prix of the 2012 season. And on the right of your screen is going to be Mr. Conley Woods, and on the left, the young 18-year-old Mr. Ben Friedman, who begins with a bit of elite vanguard action. That's the first play of the quarterfinal. Conley straight into turn 2 rampant growth exactly as you draw it up. And Sheldon, I think you feel that Conley's going to have a little edge in this one.
I think it's slight, but yeah, I think Conley's got enough removal to mitigate most of the early turn damage that Ben is going to do. And if he gets into his big stuff, Ben doesn't have much defense
once the big stuff hits.
Excuse me, once the big stuff hits.
Does have Fiend Hunters
too. And he could get a little lucky. He could get a little lucky with his Mana Leak. He could get a little lucky with his Sword of War and Peace. But I think once Conley gets rolling, it's going to be really difficult for Ben to stay in the match.
So, Grande Polisher appeared for a little cameo appearance before Doomblade went go away, and that was on Conley's turn, of course. Ben puts Conley to 16, makes a Doom Traveller. Acidic Slime at 5 mana says, let's get rid of one of your 2-coloured sources.
That's a play that I'm not sure that a lot of players would make. They might want to hold their Acidic Slime.
There must be something better I can do.
There must be something better that I can do with it. Yep.
That's when not to be greedy, though, isn't it? We've seen that again and again today, where players go, yeah, we don't need to be greedy. What we do see now from Ben,
I think
one of his Geists. Conley, however, has gone Grave Titan plus Chums. Now his hero. Wow, Haymaker stuff here in game 1. Friedman delivers the hero.
I think
Hero Geist Traveller versus Titan plus 2 zombies.
I think Conley's pace of play here will continue to be very, very crisp. Possibly in order to lure Ben into playing too quickly.
Sure.
And hopefully lure him into an error. Doom Traveler meets a zombie, and you know what that means. It's doomed.
Oh. There's a Cassig Wolf run there for Conley. There's an Inkmoth Nexus for Conley. There's lots of Conleys for Conley.
There's lots of Conleys.
Attention Magic players in standard winner box number 32.
So now Primeval Titan gets 2 more lands.
About to begin. Please report to the gathering point.
The problem
is, you look on Ben's side of the board and you see Hero of Bladehold and a Geistisant Trap and think, this has got to be pretty good, right? And then you look on the other side of the table.
He certainly is not going to get any value if he swings the Geist in now, because the Geist is going to get killed by zombies.
In a big way. Deader than dead.
Deader than some doo-doos, I believe.
Now Ben has slowed his pace, which is good if you're right about the play from Conley in that regard. We're going to see Fiend Hunter from Ben to take out Primeval Titan. And Ben is going to savagely turn his men sideways. This is what we like. This is real Haymaker stuff. So you're going to see quite a lot of cards floating about the battlefield for a bit, and shortly after that, quite a lot fewer.
Quite a pile in the graveyard.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this play is the only one that Ben can make, but I think it benefits Conley because it clears the way.
And that Grave Titan hasn't been Fiend Hunted. still there.
And of course, Conley always has the fallback of
Inkmoth Nexus
Inkmoth
and
Nexus
Keswick
in the Keswick Wolf Run.
Oh, finally, it's a Louis Scott Vargas token. First time we've seen one of those this weekend.
To go, except for round 4 when Luis was playing with his own.
Oh, that's right. That's a long
Attention,
time ago.
Christopher Redmond, please report to the public
with the
event
time.
stage. Christopher Redmond, your event is waiting on you.
2 more me.
Can't quite see what Conley's got in his hand. He's shuffling them through very fast. Looks like we're going to see one of them right away.
As Conley works out his mana, of which he
And
has
his-
many.
and his
9.
math.
It's another Grave Titan in hand. See? Ta-da!
I think Ben throws up his hands.
Really?
Like,
Seriously?
so it's runner, runner, Titan for Conley Woods.
Yes. I mean, Conley's at 6, but I'm not sure that's really the issue.
Yeah, I'm not sure that Ben has any removal that's going to take out enough.
No, I mean he needs to deal with both Titans very imminently. Land won't be doing it.
Nope.
And that is game 1 to Conley Woods here in the quarterfinals of GP Orlando. Conley's like, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think that game played out exactly the way I expected
Sure.
they would. There's some early damage from Ben, and a little bit, that one attack was pretty sizable, but once the Titans start hitting the table, the bodies start hitting the floor.
I mean, you're not meant to be able to deal with Geist of St. Trap and Hero of Bladehold
Right.
turning sideways. The idea is that is more than sufficient to kill your average opponent.
Right.
You notice there, by the way, at the bottom of the screen, you probably just caught a glimpse back at home. The players do have the deck lists, so there is no sense of hidden information. All the players got the top 8 deck list. They get to know exactly what's there, which plays into the fun of we talked with the card like Bloodline Keeper in one
Right.
of the decks we saw earlier. Not here though.
I'm actually not a big fan of giving the players in the top 8 the other players' deck lists.
Sure, there was a kind of philosophical
Yep.
debate, wasn't there, for some time about whether or not to, and there were clearly pros and cons to it. I mean, it's not a super cut and dried thing.
Right.
There are definite downsides to
Yep.
it that skew games in
Yep.
the sense that it's not like anything else
Right.
in the tournament. 926 players played all day yesterday and all day today without deck lists for their opponents.
Yep.
So how come now? On the other hand, you have the randomness of, well, I played him last round. He has this.
Right. There. I mean,
They're on the website.
I understand the argument,
Sure.
the fairness argument,
Yeah.
and I just don't think that that's as significant a factor as some other folks do. I think that it's fair that players do more and better preparation, and if more and better preparation means getting online, then that means getting online.
Feels difficult. I mean, we have, for example, just put up these 2 deck lists in their entirety with the sideboard. So if the players don't have them,
But we wouldn't have
one of them has an iPhone or an iPad.
But we wouldn't have put them up if we hadn't given them out. If the staff hadn't given them out.
At which point, boys and girls at home, you should be very pleased that on that table right now is a deck list from Conley Woods, because it means we can bring them all to you in their entirety. Yeah,
I think that there's strong arguments on both sides. I'm not in any sense trying to dismiss the other side of the argument.
Oh no, and although I broadly, I suppose, sit on the other side of the argument, I absolutely see, and I've seen people devastated by how their super cool trick that nobody sees coming works for precisely 15 rounds,
and then not.
And then when it matters for thousands of dollars, it doesn't work at all.
Right.
Transformational sideboards being the prime case of what. So it's as straightforward as, are you putting these 15 in or not?
I think that's my main argument. There, we lose some of the magic of discovery of these players. For example, we haven't featured Gabriel Nieves all weekend. So
who knows what he might have?
That's right.
So Ben gearing up to try and take on Conley from one down.
I mean, I think the argument essentially comes down to trying to level the field versus allowing people to take advantage of being willing to go the extra mile.
So right now, I'm going to love you and leave you. I'm going to leave you in the tender care of Sheldon Menery, and I'm going to go running around the building, which is something I'm sure many of you can imagine with glee, to find out what's happening in the other
matches.
Quarterfinals. So I'll be back in 1 sec.
All right. Shad Miller's been good enough to put up the deck list for us again, so we can take a look. Conley Woods, Ben Friedman. I'm imagining we're going to see those two Curse of the Death's Hold out of Conley's sideboard for Ben. Probably the extra Ratchet Bomb and the Black Sun Zenith. I'm not sure that the Liliana is going to be that great for him. Certainly, we're not going to see the Garuk or the Tree of Redemption. Ben's Graveyard's not significant, so we're probably not going to see the Neil Spellbond. From Ben, what we might see, possibly the extra Oblivion Ring, possibly the two Mana Leaks, as he tries to slow down Conley's ramp into the big and bad. It looks like we're back. Players are shuffling up. Again, game one to Conley Woods. There's the offer.
Alrighty, boys and girls. We have Palavita Damarosa with Delver Mage 1, Delver Mage David Ochoa 0. We have, right here, of course, Woods 1-0 up over Friedman. Nieves against Chapin, surprise, surprise. They're still in game one. However, there are basically 3 lines of permanence on the table. One line is Nieves' land, another line is Chapin's land, and the third line is Chapin's Liliana of the Veil, Inferno, Titan, and stuff.
Seems good for...
So Chapin seems to be closing in on game one there, and then finally, Adorno with Titan Ramp, nil against Man with Illusions 1. So Man 1-0 up, Woods 1-0 up, DeRosa 1-0 up, and Chapin, we think, closing in on 1-0. When I went away,
yes,
Ben Friedman was piling out his cards and appears to be doing exactly that now. That doesn't sound good. Are we heading? Are we in Mulligan territory here?
No.
Oh, they're still.
Yeah.
Oh, they're both at 6. All right. Yeah. So maybe not horrendous then if Conley's down as well.
Probably going to 6 benefits Ben a little bit.
Tell me why.
Because his early guys do stuff where Conley needs pieces to go together to get to his big guys.
Gotcha. Okay, it's a neat way of looking at it.
Now, again, it benefits him. It I think extends the benefit of the speed of his deck early, but at the end, if Conley equalizes, then of course it's worked to his detriment because he's got less weapons against all those big things.
Sure.
So I think it's just sort of amplifications of the existing
flow of the game.
Yeah.
An increased edge early, and an increased detriment late.
Right.
All the more reason for Ben to come out firing.
Right. And of course, going to 6, he might be keeping a less than optimal hand so that he doesn't go to 5. If he doesn't have good early pressure, then he's in a lot of trouble.
He should have early pressure. I mean, he has 4 Champion, 4 Doom Traveler, 3 Elite Vanguard. That's 11 1-drops. So in his 6, he needs to get 2 power of excitement out there. Not 2, but he has the potential with 2 of his 6 cards to have 2 power guy out there with an Elite Vanguard.
Yeah, it may be, and it may be the case where he keeps on his 6 a 1-land, 2 1-man and a guy hand.
Yeah.
And just tries to run it into the fast wind.
Doesn't have the rampant growth on turn 2 to
Right.
Solemn Simulacrum on turn 3.
Right. But one of the if Ben has sideboarded the way I think, those extra mana leaks may actually be problematic when he's playing on the mulligan.
Sure.
Because it gives him. I imagine he's still got the same number of 1-drops.
Yeah. Well, I can see what looks like an Elite Vanguard, but I'm a little afraid. Yes, there we are. So exactly what you would want. Plains Elite Vanguard. I wasn't sure he had a land there. It looks like it may be exactly what you said. A 1-land hand. Tax for 2.
It's time for dinner. Come pick up your prizes at the main event stage.
Oh, get in! Now that's a start. That's a beating of a start.
Well, there's the rampant growth.
Well done, Ben Friedman.
He
Rampant growth.
peeled the second land, by the way.
He did.
Yes.
So it was just the one, and then, could I please, sir, can I have another? It's Christmas come very early.
Yeah.
Ben Friedman. Now that's a start.
That's a start.
I'm all for a Delver. Well done. Flip or not. But that's 6 power of guys on the table turn 2. Goodness me. I think that's the most exciting start we've seen this
Certainly
weekend.
the biggest reaction we've gotten out of you all weekend.
Oh, that's certainly true, yeah. Steroids are kicking
2
in.
players in the 2-minute giant public event. Round 3 is ready. Please report to your judge. Players in the
Conley down
2-minute
to 18.
giant public event.
We see the Grave Titan there in his hand. Not sure he's ever going to get
16,
this.
14, 12. Honor of the Pure. That's what you were asking for next. But here's your champion.
There's the Black Sun.
Oh, dagger.
Very, very timely. Now the tenor of the match has changed significantly. The tenor of the game has changed significantly already.
I had to try. Connor's like, yeah, you had to try. Sorry. Not really.
Sorry, kid.
Oh my! Oh, I don't think. I'm pretty certain. I can't lip read. Pretty certain he would not say that to Ben. Talking to Steve Sadin actually about Ben Freeman, he says that Ben, he's well and truly up and coming. Yes, it's his first GP top 8, but as I say, has the Star City top 8s to go with it, and making the step up to the next pay grade,
right,
if you will.
Well, Conley's not on a 5th land here.
Mm-hmm. He is, however.
Well, he is, however.
On the kind of.
Attention Magic players. The artist will be leaving in 10 minutes. If you would like to get cards signed by the artist, please report to him now. He will not be signing cards in 10 minutes.
We're only about 15 minutes away from the time to go and visit the artist and say, will you sign my stack of 200 basic land that you did in 1994?
You're supposed to wait till he's packing his things up.
Yeah, basically when he doesn't have a pen out anymore is the precise correct time.
The significant part of that Solemn Simulacrum is, of course, that it provides both
acceleration and cover.
Yeah.
Conley there, heading it towards the place where a lane in Rally Water or some such would be turning up.
And there's the
Titan
6th
again.
land and the Grave Titan.
I'm quite glad I was excited for Ben on turn 2 because it turned out that was as exciting as it was going to get. Titan plus Simulacrum plus Zombie plus Zombie.
Going to be a tough road for Ben now.
It is. There is then in Relic Water to get rid of Solemn Simulacrum. Conley's going to untap, which means his Grave Titan is going to create 2 more guys. Conley's still got 4 cards in hand.
Ben only down to 1. This is
1 card in hand.
Yeah, 1 card in hand. This is going to be a rough day for Ben.
I mean, tremendous effort. Congratulations to him for getting all the way to the top 8 of the second event of the year. Yes, that's the look of someone who is well aware that things are not happening anymore.
Seems like Ben might be the doomed traveler at this point.
Indeed.
Is that Batterskull?
It is a Batterskull. Because don't just beat him, beat his brains in.
Yeah, that's almost unkind.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, it looks to me like Paulovita Dharma is standing up, which suggests to me that he has made short work of David Ochoa. He was 1-0 up. He is standing. Ochoa is standing. I believe
players in the
Paulovita
Legacy
Dharma is
Win Box
through.
number 6. Your event is ready. Legacy Win Box number 6.
By
Please
2-0.
report to Ben at the gathering point.
Yeah, that look on Ben Friedman's face is, man.
And it's nice, for all we applaud the players who are tough to read, it is very nice to see someone who you can read what's going on inside. It's a better spectator sport.
Certainly.
When you do understand what the pressure is on, what they're going through, what they're thinking about, where they see the game slithering away from them. 10 plays 8, any number of tokens, Grave Titan, Batterskull.
He's probably doing some math on
what he's going to do with his quarterfinal prize money.
He's probably doing some math on the potential of...
I could buy 4 Grave Titans, I could buy 3 Kessig Wolf runs, I could pay off my student loan. It's like... Oh boy.
Conley throws the Inkmoth Nexus out as a blocker. I think Ben was doing some math on getting the potential of getting a hero.
Just a general
Oblivion Ring for the Batterskull.
We'll be stopping at 7 o'clock, so you have about 50 minutes if you still wanted to play in something for the
Conley
Grand
draws.
Prix Orlando side events. Once again, on-demand sign-ups will be stopping in about 50 minutes at 7
Ben with
o'clock.
the stationary hands on the table is a real giveaway. Generally, it's very rare that you see that as a position of strength.
Yes,
It does happen.
I think what's going through Conley's mind right now is, all right, this looks like a one game. Now, instead of he's shifting his how do I win this game, because it's obvious, to how do I lose this game so that he can go, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. Well, part 1 of his answer to that was turn many, many men sideways. That includes a Grave Titan to get 2 more tokens. Conley then.
If this is an Inferno Titan, obviously it's over.
Magic players in Legacy number 6.
It's not.
Legacy Win Box number 6 is ready.
Sun
Please
Zenith.
report to gathering point.
For 2?
Oh, 3.
For 3.
So Glister the Traitor.
Simply the large blocking body, the Death Touch.
You're asking me how many cards had Glister.
And there's the hand.
There we go. I confess I failed dismally in that quiz. Rather more than expected.
There's
Turn out
5 if you count the French one,
Sure,
which is Carte Glissant.
Yeah, very good. Which is called Slippery Cast in English. Glister's Sunseeker, Glister the Traitor, Glister's Courier, and Glister's Scorpion. Conley grinning away. I'm sure Ben will be very pleased with his weekend when he gets home. I'm also sure that he will be a little bit sore